How's it going? It's a beautiful Tuesday. I didn't have a weekend adventure this past weekend. Took the week off. Took the week off of work due to Labor Day on Monday. Then I just thought it was a good idea to take Wednesday and Thursday off, so it gives me a whole week. So with that, got Cooper tagging along with me. He likes to go on these hikes, but with that, I wanted to take a hike through our old hiking trail, and it's really fun. I've ran this before, but I don't know what it's gonna look like down there because there is like a river type, so all the water's either still in there or hopefully it's all gone, but pretty sure it's gonna be really jungly back there. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm not gonna go all the way down. I'm just gonna stop on top, take a look, see what it looks like, plan for another adventure, and then with that one I'm gonna attempt to run it again. And yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Beautiful views. I'll show you this one right now. Looks so nice. Looks really good from this side. Got the nice canyons, places that not a whole lot of people get to see. It's cool with how this canyon comes in like this. There's another one, another entrance right back here. That one looks pretty cool too. But I am not going in that direction, so I'm gonna check out this side. I didn't want to bring the GoPro on this one because GoPro has like a wide angle type lens, so all the things that are further can't really get. And this camera is a lot better. Check this out. Pretty cool. There's the beginning. It's pretty hot. I can feel heat, but gonna walk down that. Be pretty cool. I think these are the coolest trees. Very haunting looking. And my dad showed me this hiking trail. I think it was like a week before I left for basic, and ever since then I've always made it a habit to try and venture down this way at least once a year. Sometimes I'll push 2 or even 3 times a year. It's not that kind of hiking trail where you should do all the time, because with this whole area, the sandstone rock, it gets pretty hot, so it takes a toll on you. You have to be really into that endurance. Some endurance training, at least incorporate it into your training. Because if you try and go down this man, you'll be burnt out by the time you even get to the bottom. But it's always fun. It's really nice scenery down there. Cooper's a trooper, man. He doesn't care how hot it is. He's gonna check it out. Mark his territory wherever he can. He stays in the shade areas. He'll like hang back for me, wait underneath the shade, and then when I kind of get out of view, he'll take off. He'll pass me, and then he'll find another shady area and chill out under there. But every now and then he'll find a little pool of water. One was up there. He'll just stand in it. I tell him like to go home. He'll normally understand what that means. When I do my long runs, it's like 15, sometimes 20-mile runs, and he'll follow me. But when I get to that 2.5 mile mark, I'll look at him and tell him to go home, and he'll understand, and he'll just take off and go home. Because he knows. He did it with me once, the first time. He tried to run with me. I told him to go home. He didn't listen. 8 miles in, you can see that he was burnt. And I was like, you know what, just turn around. Turned it around. Got home, he was limping. 16, I was like, dude, I told you to go home. So now, whenever he hears me say go home, he'll know like it should either be his turning spot right there, or he needs to keep in mind that if he goes any further, he should turn home. So I told him to go home. There'll be a spot where I'll just see him hang out underneath a tree, and then I'll see him going back. But being Cooper, he's gonna try his hardest to try and stick with me. It's not the best, but it's nice to have someone to hang around with you. Pretty cool transition going from that like canyon style right in here, and then it just opens up. Get the sight of Navajo Mountain in the background. Very, very small picture of them, or small picture of the mountain. It's really cool out here. Very quiet. It's one thing I love is just quiet. No noise. No distractions. Just peaceful. Except the sound with my footprints. That's not so peaceful. But other than that, that's like one of my favorite things to look at. These are like my favorite desert plants ever. Love seeing these. I was curious where he found the other water spot. took a detour, went on top of this big rock, but you can see down the canyon at one little spot. Pretty cool. I actually need to get down there, crawl up, hike around, and then up this way and around that rock. Like I said, very cool desert plant, bush, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the name of this, but I've seen it at one guy's house when we were dropping off those 275 tanks. He had a lot of them outside of his house. They look really cool. Can't call it an adventure without going off trail for a bit. This is our trail, so it's not like it's a public trail. Like I said, I only come down here like maybe once a year, so it's not public. It's only me, basically, that comes down here. Only mine and Cooper's tracks, or cows and horses. If it was a public track or trail, I think I would personally rate this at its hardest difficulty, because it gets hot, you will get fatigued, and you will be thirsty. But this is cool. Seeing something like this. There's that other trail that comes in, I think on the other side of this thing. I can't remember. Me and my dad taking my sister on that one. I think this is it, because we come across that and then we like walk down. This is like another wall canyon, so there's like another one behind it. It looks like I can see it though. There's like a little trail right in there, and you just slide on the slide rock, the sandstone. It's what you call a cool dog. That's pretty cool. Alright, this is as far as I'm going. Normally our spot where we stop and have lunch and stuff is right at this pool of water. We would go down on the other side of this, hike along here, go about a mile, and then it would start heading down. And then we would just follow this whole riverbed. Very cool. It's really long, and there's some places that I know just by seeing the greenness of how much green is on these trees, that beyond this, on the other side, it gets really jungle right around there, and lots of snakes, a lot of different kind of critters. Yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go. Right here, not down there. Well, my dad says he's tried rock climbing up this thing. Those little Spider-Man days. I think maybe on that side right here. But yeah, going down there, very long, very cool. It's like 12, 13 miles, good half marathon. But it's like I said, it gets very hot down there. Like, no joke, it gets hot. The sun's bouncing off all of this, and then not only the rock is getting it hot, all those trees and everything gets really humid. If there's water down there, it's nice, but still, that stuff is, it just gets brutal. And then you keep going down. It gets really narrow, like a slot canyon. Not as narrow as, like, I don't know, I've never been there, but like that place out towards Page, the slot canyons. But not as narrow as that. It does get pretty similar to that. And there is a pool of water that sits right there as well. You would either have to Spider-Man your way across the sides on the wall, or just gotta swim through it. One time we took Sam and Cooper down there, and I grabbed Sam. Cooper knew, he took off the other way. I grabbed Sam, I was walking that way, and I just dunked her in there. I didn't think it was that deep, but she disappeared. Floated back up. And she had that like mad look on her face. But we don't bring Sam down here anymore. She's getting a little too wide. Also, she has a really thick type of fur, so we just bring Cooper. Cooper's really skinny. He's really athletic. He keeps moving around. But yeah. That's the canyon. That's our hiking trail. There is a cat down there somewhere. We've seen the paws. We've seen some elks or deers down there, the skeletons. But yeah, there's a big cat down there. Yeah, I guess just head on back the other way. Just gotta head on back up there. This direction, go up. There's like a rock right over here. Go through there, back up that way. Fun times. Climbing up through the little crevice area. I was actually trying to look for this coming down, and I actually went around it, and I was like, where the heck is it? And I was on the bottom. I was like, hey, I totally bypassed and missed the whole thing. Whew. That's pretty hard. Cooper's still coming up. I think I see my dad. I can see a white potato chip hat. Right there. You can see him. I thought it was a cow. I got a hitchhiker in my shoe. I had to flip the hat backwards, keep the sun off the back of my neck. But I'm getting close. Can see the old man. But I heard him when I was coming up, like I said. I thought it was a cow. And I was like, oh shoot, a cow stuck down here. But nope, they were calling me. But Getting close. Saw my dad way up on top. Cooper's still with me. Still tagged along. He's making it though. I think he really liked those little pool areas. All I'm thinking about is water. I still have a little, but I want cold water, man. And that does it for the hike through down the canyon and back up. Short hike, but it's like I said, if you don't have any of that endurance training physically and mentally, you're not going to make that. It is pretty hard. I didn't even go all the way down. I'm pretty burnt out, but I'll catch you guys in the next one.